Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to use 3 different stencils, so some triple stencil action, and create a St. Patrick's Day card. Now all 3 of these stencils are new to the February release at a Colorful Life Designs. There's some seasonal like this, but some for year-round usage, so be sure to check out the rest. I have a photo of the finished card to show you where we're headed, but I basically just combined these 3 stencils and was able to make this complete card even with a sentiment. So this 3 clover stencil, I am using the masking portion because I'm going to do some ink blending around it. So I'm going to make sure my sentiment fits within that space, figure out where I want it, and then I'm just going to temporarily tack it down with some mint tape before I cover it up with my second stencil. So you'll see where I'm going with this. It'll make sense as I go, hopefully. But basically, I want to mask around and create that clover shape just by doing ink blending around it and leaving the opening white in order to put my sentiment down in it. So I have this awesome stencil here. Now I want to kind of tack everything down on my work surface here. This is a makeshift turntable here. I have a sticky mat from Altenew on top of an old cake decorating turntable. This thing's probably 25 years old, back from my cake decorating days. So sadly, I don't have a link for that, but I'm sure you can find something similar. And I'm using just some residual gray ink on my blending brush just to lay down this cool spiral. Now I have the clover underneath it tacked down because I don't want this spiral to go in that opening. I just want it to go around. So I'm layering up the stencils to kind of create this look, thinking in terms of layers. I'm going to pull that back, and then I'm going to do some ink blending over the clover in a darker green. Now this is how I'm going to create the shape of that beautiful clover. I decided to actually just use one of the colors. I grabbed that Bay Breeze, but I didn't end up using it. So I'm going heavier handed right kind of towards the center of that clover, and then going lighter handed as I kind of blend outward. So it'll kind of give a lot of definition around the actual edges of the stencil, which is what I want. And then I want it to fade out a little bit in intensity as it goes out on the cardstock. And you can still see that first stenciling that I did with the cool spiral, and that will be that nice subtle element in the background. So once I'm done with this, and getting, green ink all over my fingers because I'm a bit of a train wreck, I'm going to carefully remove that masking portion, and you can see that bright white clover. Now I have this Happy Patrick's Day stencil. This is really cool. It has some clovers and some hearts and then this sentiment, which I really appreciate when she does these sentiments, especially for holidays like this, because I don't really have St. Patrick's Day stamps. I just don't have a lot. So I was really grateful to have this and be able to complete a card in this way. So I'm doing some ink blending again with that same green color and just carefully ink blending because I don't want to kind of smudge this up. You want to be a little bit gentle, but I want it to be nice and dark. So I go over it a couple times and again get ink everywhere because I'm a picture of grace. And then I'm going to remove that and have this awesome sentiment. Now I decided to cut it down with this cool decorative edge die. If it's still available, I'll link it in the video description box below. If you expand and scroll down, I'll link all the products that I used if they're available. Now I decide I want that background to not be white. So I'm going to do some ink blending right on this card base, and I'm using that same green color, and I have it kind of sandwiched in a piece of scrap paper because I don't want to get it on the back of the card base, on the inside of the card base, or all over my work surface. So this is just a little tip if you want to kind of create this colored edge without getting ink all over the place. So I'm just going to line this up, make sure the ink is sufficient around the edge of my card base, and then I'm going to use this 1mm thick foam tape. This is 1 inch thick from scrapbook.com. Just going to use that just to give a little bit of dimension. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want it to get have any issues in shipping. And then to add some design to this, I'm just using a white gel pen just to kind of fill in the openings of the A's and the P's and things like that, just to make it look like it's a complete letter, like as if it more like it's stamped rather than actual stencil ink blended here. So this is an option if you want to kind of finish those letters. I sometimes do this also with a bit of a right side drop shadow, like if I'm working on a colored cardstock or something that's not white. Sometimes I'll use it as a white drop shadow. Now I have some bling here. This is also from a Colorful Life Designs. You can use my coupon AmyFan10 on basically everything in the shop. So be sure to use that coupon AmyFan10 at checkout and you'll save 10% on your complete order. And that'll apply to stencils, card bling, stamps if they're still available. The only thing it won't work with is the Master Creator Bundle. So be sure to check out the rest of the February release and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.